Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I said that I was going to give the equivalent of sacred products in a product line that is a fraction of the price. So let's get into it. I recommend a product line called Aphogee. Aphogee has been around for a very long time. One of the reasons why I really like them and have been using them for so long is because they understand foundational hair care. In my last video where I went over the product review for Sacred, I talked about salon quality and what makes something salon quality. There's certain shampoos and conditioners that are going to be in the line that are foundational products that are going to perform at a level. This is the key. It's not just having the product in the line, that are going to be perform at a level where you will see a visual change in the condition of your hair for the better when you use it consistently. Okay, I meet so many sisters and brothers who make certain shampoos and conditioners their staples, and they see no progress. They're not getting any length retention. Their elasticity is shot out. It's like, so again, salon quality means that the more you use it and the more consistent you're with it, the more you're gonna see a change for the better in your hair. Okay, so we're gonna get right into the replacements. One of the products in the Sacred line is the fermented rice and rose protein ritual, which is a two-step treatment, okay? Aphogee makes a two-step treatment. This is probably the most popular item. If you don't know about Aphogee and I say two-step treatment, you gonna know about Aphogee after that, because most hairstylists are familiar with this and have been using this for decades. All right, this is a two-step treatment. The way it works is, I explained how the Sacred one works. The way this works is, it's a liquidy product. You shampoo your hair first, towel dry, saturate your hair with this. Don't put any cover on it. Send it under the dryer, preferably. It's gonna get your hair very hard. Don't touch it because it can break off. The reason why it does that is what's happening when you put this solution on is your outside cuticle layer, if it has holes, gaps, if it's damaged, it's working like a Band-Aid, and it's literally sealing any of those gaps and holes in. And this is how it's getting fortified with strength, but it only lasts for 6 weeks. So within those 6 weeks, you wanna make sure that you are following up with something consistently that is going to, again, support this very strong treatment, because this is not something that you do often. Every 6 to 8 weeks tops is when you would do that. So once this gets hard on your hair, you rinse it out, towel dry, and now it's time for step 2, the balancing moisturizer. Saturate your hair with this, put on a plastic cap, sit under heat for 30 minutes to an hour, and let that infuse moisture and give your hair the hydration that it needs, okay? And balance out that protein. Okay, so this would be the equivalent to the fermented rice and rose protein treatment, okay? The Aphogee two-step. Now, the equivalent to the moisturizing deep conditioner, which I believe was $38. I named the prices, but not, I'll just put the prices up here. So this is the Aphogee balancing moisturizer. You can also use this on its own. You don't have to just use it in the protein, in the two-step protein treatment. So this would be the equivalent. This runs about $8.99 to $10 a bottle, and it is 16 ounces, okay, and compared to these 10. And this baby performs. Now, I will say that it doesn't give the slip like this, but it's pH balanced, so in terms of your texture, definitely helps to restore the elasticity. It has excellent humectant properties. I know it has provitamin B in here, which is one of the ingredients that I talked about in my humectant video. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. Definitely drop some gems in that. So this would be the equivalent, okay, to that. Now, the equivalent to the Sacred Reconstructing Treatment Mask, okay, I think this was like $38 for 10 ounces. And again, I'll just put the price up there. This is the Keratin 2-Minute Constructor. Now, this is the smaller bottle. This is only like maybe $5.99, $4.99, and there's 8 ounces, okay? So 2 ounces less. Now, it says 2-minute reconstructor. You would actually leave this on longer than 2 minutes, and you can process this with heat. Now, the thing about using a reconstructor, most people who need a reconstructor have color treated hair, okay? And it's usually high lift. So, or any type of lift. It doesn't even have to be high lift. So if you're lifting color, it can cause you to have high porosity hair where you normally don't have it. This is where your reconstructor comes in, okay? To help to, seal that cuticle some. And if you have high porosity hair because you color treated it, or even if you naturally have it, you don't have to process with heat. High porosity means that your cuticle layer is already open. So you would just want to leave it on for a significant amount of time to make sure that it gets to the cortex layer, which it probably will fairly easy, which is the middle layer of the hair shaft. That is what controls what you visually see. If you want me to talk more about and go more in depth about choosing products based on your porosity level, make sure that you drop the word porosity in the comments, and I'll dig deep on that. Okay, so this would be the equivalent. This is about $5.99. I also have the larger bottle. This one is 16 ounces, and I think I paid like $9.99 for it, okay? So again, a fraction of the price, and equally, you will see a visual change for the better, okay? So as far as the clarifier, they have a shampoo called Shampoo for Damaged Hair that works just like a clarifier. I'm talking about it will get your hair squeaky clean, all right? That would be the equivalent to this. However, it doesn't have the exfoliating properties, okay? So that's what would be missing, but it would work as a clarifier because yeah, it's not sulfate free. So, sulfates are not bad. There are certain sulfates that are, but sulfates are not bad. They just kind of help with the saponification, the soapy, the lathering. And I mean, if you have high lift color treated hair, you do want to stay away from sulfates because of how squeaky clean they can get your hair, right? I mentioned squeaky, there's nothing wrong with squeaky clean, but when you have high porosity hair, then it's going to tend to be dry. It's going to tend to be dry, so you don't want anything that's going to exacerbate that, right? So using a clarifier it wouldn't really be necessary. You have high porosity hair, you can go straight to a moisturizing shampoo. And I said I was going to dig deep in that into a different video, y'all, but okay, that's just so that you understand how that works. So this would be the equivalent. Okay. Now, as far as the moisture sealing lotion, which they call part of their styler, I already talked about what the equivalent to their oil is. If you missed that video, make sure you check it out after this one, because I show you how I tell you exactly what makes an oil combination valuable. Okay. And it has nothing to do with having a whole bunch of oils in a bottle. All right, or smelling really good. So this is a creamy one. I prefer leave-ins like this, okay? If you have high porosity hair, or if you notice that your curls are limp and your elasticity needs to be restored, this would be a good one. This is the Keratin Tea Tree Reconstructor. It says strengthens instantly, builds body, protects color, and chemical services. And it is optimized, okay? So you see how this is watery? What makes this such a good product is because I can use this and then I don't have to worry about whatever styling product that I'm going to use on my client. It's not going to interfere with it. Okay, so I like things like this that are nice and light. I also talked about the equivalent to the high-end plant-based, or not plant-based, but vegan line called Pureology. This is what the Pureology leave-in is like. It's this consistency. So if the price point doesn't bother you, but the ingredients do, and you want to go with Pureology instead of Aphogee, then, which is not a vegan line, then yeah, you would want to go with Pureology. And again, their leave-in, they don't do creamy leave-ins. Like most salon quality products, their leave-ins are going to look like this, watery. From Redken One United, that's another good one. I believe Joico makes one. I can't think of the name of it, but most of those lines, Theory, and I'm just naming some of the salon quality products. So yeah, so this would be an equivalent, and One way to kind of like search for salon quality products is to go to places like Ulta. Not to necessarily shop unless you're part of their loyalty program, because I heard they have a dope one. I'm not a part of it. I'm not a part of their loyalty program because I know that I can go to places like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and you can get liter sizes of like Joico, Redken, Matrix Biolage. I've seen Theory in there. I've even seen Purology in there. So you want to be able to get some high-end salon quality shampoos and conditioners, because we're talking about the foundation of your hair care, then those would be good alternative places to shop. But I like to go inside of Ulta because you can buy sample sizes. So if you don't want to commit to something right away and you just want to maybe just give yourself a treatment with something and see how your hair responds to it, that would be a good place to go. Another thing I like about Ulta is it gives me the opportunity to ask questions about different hair care lines. Most of the people in Ulta are going to be very, very knowledgeable, and they don't mind helping you. They don't mind telling you the things that you may need to know, or you know, recommending certain things, right? So one of the, and I've been to Ulta several times, and if I go in there and I say, you know what, I'm looking for a leave-in spray that's nice and light, not heavy, they're gonna point me in the right direction and even explain why a lot of times. I've always liked the customer service, and I like the product knowledge of the people that they hire there. I've never had a bad experience at Ulta, so, but I won't necessarily buy it. Now I know what the brand is. I know that it's a salon quality brand, a high performing brand. Now I can go at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and I can look and see if they have that brand. And now I'm like, well, I saw that at Ulta. Yeah, that was what that was. All right, that pretty much wraps up this video. Now you know what you can use at a fraction of the price. You know when you're shopping what it is you need to look for that makes a line salon quality. Stay away from anything that has 4A, 4B, 4C, or only 4, and we're talking about shampoos and conditioners now. All right, we're talking about shampoos and conditioners now. And if you do find a shampoo and conditioner that says for curly hair, when you turn in that bottle around of shampoo and conditioner, it better say strengthens and adds elasticity, because that's the foundation of your curls popping. If all it says is it has butter in it, it's gonna moisturize and all that, no, curls need strength. They need strength. They need moisture, but they also need strength. A lot of y'all's hair is overly moisturized because everything in your line is moisture, and you're not balancing it out with something that's going to keep it strong. So just keep that in mind, all right? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.